Hey, 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 Bill Shaka. Welcome to yet another edition of the 5-Minute Motivator. Welcome to Tamarindo, Costa Rica, where it is as hot as hell. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. It's 93 degrees, and I ain't complaining one iota. That's why I moved here. You don't have to shovel heat. Anyway. I saw something on the internet the other day, and the terminology really struck me. It captivated me. I mean, I have been basically teaching time management courses for 30-some years. I've been a devout practitioner of managing my time for 40 years. It gave me some extremely successful events in my life to be able to coordinate and organize myself, especially when I was in sales. But this terminology really struck me. It was called, and I don't know where it came from. You know how those things just pop up in the internet and then they sort of go away? So I'm not trying to not give credit where credit is due. I just don't know where the hell it came from. Anyway, this was called buck the time suck. God, I love that terminology. Buck the time suck. And gave a couple ideas for bucking the time suck. One, learn how to say no. This comes from time management back from the 70s. Hasn't gone away. You know why? Because we just haven't figured out how to say no. If an individual comes to you and says, hey, can you do this? And you can't, you don't have the time, you have to say no. Now, there's eloquent ways of saying no. I invite you to explore my interpersonal communication skills or my advanced interpersonal communication skills courses. And you can learn how to tactfully tell somebody, I ain't doing that. So, learning how to say no. Staying focused. And staying focused means staying off social media. Stop checking your emails every billionth of a second. Just keep in front of you what needs to get done. And that isn't only virtual, that's also physical. Keep your desk clear, keep it free of clutter. Now, these ideas are also very valuable in your personal life too. If you are busy doing something and your significant other says to you, can you do this? And you can't do this, say no. Now, there's a caveat to that too, and that is no now. I can't do it now, but perhaps I can do it in a little bit. So that's something you can do. Also, you might be able to, this is on the personal side, you might be able to cluster some things together. So, like, for example, if somebody, your significant other needs, nails to do something, and they ask if you have the time to go to Lowe's, and you're in the middle of doing something else, perhaps you can say, well, you know what, I can't go to Lowe's or Home Depot now, but why don't we do this? Why don't the two of us go at around 11:30 and we'll have lunch along with going to Lowe's? See how we're actually building the relationship along with doing something. So anyway, just think about that. Avoid the distractions and keep your area somewhat tight. Your work area, if you have a door and you're busy, close it. An open door and an open door policy are two very different things. An open door policy doesn't mean your door is always open. It means that people have the ability to set an appointment and come to see you for whatever issues they have. That's an open door policy. Doesn't mean your door always has to be physically opened. You'll train your people that when the door is closed, you're doing something that you shouldn't be bothered with. And the same thing works at home too. I mean, if you're in your garage, you're in your study, you're in your sewing room, and the door is closed, it means that you're busy, you're working on something, and you prefer not to be bothered. Now, of course, you can't keep the door closed for 48 hours at a time. But if you work on the issues that I just mentioned, you know what'll happen? You will buck the time suck. Bill Shaka, thanking you for your time. All right, enough of this. I'm going swimming. See ya.